Bonitas, let's do my fall everyday makeup routine. So I just started off with the Rhode Glazing Mist. I purchased this a few weeks ago when Rhode launched at Sephora, and it has been one of my favorite products to apply to prep my makeup, but also at the end of my makeup. So that's gonna be something that we're gonna go ahead and use. I did go ahead and moisturize, but my skin, I don't know what's going on. It just feels a little more on the dry side. It could be because the weather's changing. To tackle that, I'm going to be using Dezi skincare. And what I like to do is I like to start off with the Agua Fresca moisturizer. Se ve así. And then I go in with the Dezi Skin Face Oil, and I do a few drops of it into the moisturizer. I mix the two together, and then I just apply this all over the face to rehydrate everything. It looks like that. And you see the skin now is glowing. I like to have my skin glowing because everything else is going to lay so nicely on top. Now, I do have oily skin, but I still really like to go in and hydrate the skin for my prep, especially with how it was feeling a little dry. That is very essential. So these are two products that I just really have been nonstop using. Dezi Skin Agua Fresca Moisturizer, and also the Dezi Skin Oil Drops. These are like a holy grail together. They're like a match made in heaven. Okay, so now next up, a product that I have not put down. It's my M.PH Beauty palette. This is in the medium tone. This palette has quickly just really taken over my routine. It works so well for me. Also with the brush, I would recommend getting the brush as well. It has one side where you can go ahead and really shape your face, and then the other side is what you use to like go into those smaller areas. So I'm gonna go ahead and warm up the face. I'm gonna be taking the contour shade in here, and I'm just going to be applying that all over the perimeters of the face. This is going to be to add warmth. And then I'm gonna go in here and kind of start to shape the face a little bit in the areas where I want a little bit of some shadow. And then also down here to add some more warmth at the bottom. This is just gonna add a really good warmth to the face. And I'm just first starting off with this shade. If I want to deepen it up, I can go in with the next shade up. But I really like this M.PH palette. This is the Underpainting palette, and this brand was founded by makeup artist Mary Phillips, who is a celebrity makeup artist. She works a lot with people like Kendall Jenner. She's known for her very, very soft, natural makeup looks. And so this is underpainting because basically it's going to give you that contour or bronzing, and also some concealing, while also keeping it more on the natural side. So for me, this just really helps keep everything as natural as possible. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of the brown shade, and I'm gonna put it on my eyelids a little bit because that'll add warmth. Do you see like the difference between then and here? And that is just going to really add a good shape and shadow to the eye, and just provide a really pretty look to the eye. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go in with the darker brown so I can show you guys how this looks right here. Just adding a little bit more warmth. And like so. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take the flat side, the smaller side, and I'm going to start to go in and do a little bit of color right here. And I'm just gonna carve this out. Also gonna take some in the center. So this is gonna be more so to highlight. And this is what starts to really, when you start to notice like the dimension being created, this is kind of that part. Also gonna take some in the midsection, then around the mouth, like the lips. One of those things where you have to trust the process, okay? So like this looks insane, but it's all gonna come together in a few seconds. So this is what I like to do, and it takes care of you know, doing highlighting, doing concealer, doing contour, doing bronzing. It takes care of all those things at once, so that then you can just go over with foundation and you're ready to go with a very soft effect of this. So what I like to do for foundation is I like to go ahead and take my brush. I like to take a small fluffy brush like this. Then I like to go in with a little bit of my spray and just spritz that brush so that it's a little damp. Then we're gonna go in with my current go-to, which is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. This one is in the shade W6. And I'm gonna put this on the back of my hand. I'm not gonna do too much of it. You wanna do a little bit of it. Then I'm gonna go back in with the Dezi oil drops, and we're gonna do just a few drops of that. And I'm just going to blend that out. I'm gonna put that on my brush. And then we're gonna start applying this over. Now, I'm going to start off by targeting this in the midsection of the face and then bringing it outwards. And the reason why we are going to be doing this is because this will blend immediately in with the highlight shade that we just went in with at the top. And then it'll start to just blend into the warmer tones that we're using to either contour or to warm up the face, and we don't completely make them disappear. So do you see? Because at first, if you go in with a too heavy foundation, which Mary Phillips did recommend, go in with a very lightweight foundation when you're doing this technique, because you don't want everything to disappear again. You still want it to be there, but basically the concept is having it as natural and effortless as possible. And the best way to do that is obviously by going in with a very lightweight, easy to blend foundation, but also making sure that you just go in and take care of those areas where you do have light. Do you see? But you still have the areas where you can really go in and blend. I'm gonna take it up here. Again, focus the foundation more so in the midsection, like where the most pigmentation will be of it, and then take it into the other parts of the face. So, do you see? It just creates such a natural, effortless base. Like you can still see the tones, but they just look very subtle. Very, very subtle. And obviously there is a glow to my face right now, but I am going to go in and use powders to set everything. And something else to keep in mind if you do have oily skin is you can use hydrating products. You can have a base look like this, but it's what you're going to do on top of it. So your base can be glowy and hydrated, but then this will allow you to really go in with those powder products and not look cakey. Your skin will just look super healthy and skin like a natural. And I think the older I'm getting, like now that I'm about to be in my 30s, I am all about my skin obviously being oil controlled, but I still want it to look like healthy skin. I don't want it to look cakey, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and just take the powder there. Take the powder here, and bam. Then what I'm gonna go ahead and do to set the eyes is I'm going to take my Makeup by Mario Master Matte palette. This is one of my favorite palette bonitas. And I'm just going to go in and take the brown tones and just kind of further enhance, but also further set the eyes where we went in with the M.PH cream product. And I'm just going to make sure that that is set in place and that it looks ready to go. It just looks very nice and effortless, very easy, very soft. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take a dark or deeper brown eyeshadow. And this is one of my favorite things to do, is go in and just create a wing. And I'm gonna dust away the powder. And I'm also gonna dust away the powder on this side. And any extra powder that we had from the under eyes, I'm just going to go in and just clean that up. I am going to go ahead and curl these eyelashes because the eyelashes are essential. You know, I always like to have a good eyelash moment right there. And I'm gonna be using Haus Labs mascara, one of my go-to mascaras. This is not a waterproof mascara. This is just a regular mascara, so just keep that in mind. If you are looking for a really good waterproof mascara, the one by Essence is really, really good. I'm gonna make sure these eyelashes in the center grow back nice and long because they've been a little iffy. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, for powder, as always, the One Size Ultra Peach powder, that is my go-to. It is such a good product. Okay, so we have that. We'll let the eyes do their thing. We'll let the mascara dry down a little bit, but the eye makeup is pretty much done. Wait, let me do these lower lashes. The eye makeup is pretty much done, so now we're going to just do the remainder of the small last minute details that I want to do for the face, the complexion, to really just lock it in. I feel like just going in with mascara has been like a favorite of mine. It had, like, I don't know, I feel like it keeps the eyes really like fresh and like open and not like overly done. Okay, so now we're gonna be moving on to, of course, blush. We have two blushes that we're gonna be taking. First, we have Rhode Sleepy Girl, which is like my holy grail shade. I can always count on Sleepy Girl. And I'm also gonna be taking Merit. I'm gonna be taking Merit Postmodern, and looks like that. And I'm gonna be applying it like so. Then I'm gonna be taking a Rare Beauty brush, and I'm just going to blend that all out, blend it into the bronzer, but also blending it right on the apples of the cheek. It just kind of helps keep everything lifted. Do you see that? It helps keep it up here rather than like down low. So again, I'm going to be taking the other side, blending both shades together like so. Toasty Girl is like my go-to for like all the time. Not Toasty Girl, Sleepy Girl. I'm like, where am I getting Toasty Girl? I feel like I'm probably trying to combine Sleepy Girl and Toasted Teddy. I need to get a new Toasted Teddy. I don't know where my other Toasted Teddy went. I'm taking a little bit also of the blush of Sleepy Girl on the nose. Like so. And we have it like that. And then I do want to go back in with the under eyes. And I'm going to go ahead and take this Fenty little palette. This is in the brightening blurring powder in Banana. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and I'm gonna apply it right on the under eyes to add a little bit more brightness to those under eyes. Do you see how it brightens? Now you don't need to take too much, but going in with some brightness definitely makes a difference. Look at that. I'm gonna be taking this Fenty Beauty Traced Out Lip Pencil in the shade Extra Thigh, and I'm going to be putting this all over my lips. So then I'm gonna blend out the lip liner into the lips. And I'm gonna go in with this NYX Smushy Matte Lip Balm. These matte lip balms are actually really nice. This one is in the shade Snuggle Season. And I'm going to just take that and put it like in the midsection of the lips, like so. Kind of gives it like a toasty effect. And these are actually very long wearing by NYX Cosmetics. I was very impressed with how long wearing they were, like so. And then to top it off, Rhode in the shade Espresso. This is one of their glosses. I'm just gonna put that over top. Just kind of like sheer. It doesn't have to be very intense, just to kind of give it like a little glossy moment. Then I'm going to recurl these lashes like so. And last but not least, I am gonna take a little bit more of the One Size powder just to kind of set certain areas and make sure that we can lock it in place. Again, this is my everyday look, so I want it to last. I usually do this look super early in the morning, so this needs to last, and in order for it to last, I have to make sure that I just go in and set it properly so that it has the longevity and lasting power that I want it to have, so that by the end of the day, I'm still like good to go. I know I look insane right now, bonitas. I was just like letting it kind of sit for a second before I went back in, but okay. So we have all this. Then what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to just dust away all of the powder, like so. And just get rid of any little shine that you may see. And then I'm gonna go in and just set. It's ready to go, we're all set. And as you can see, bonitas, you just gotta trust the process between the underpainting and having like all that stuff on the face to me moisturizing the face, you probably being like, that looks super dewy. And then to now, the finished product, yes, we are nice and matte, but we still look healthy. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look heavy on the skin, it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, very lightweight. And that's the whole point of this look, is just going in and layering. But honestly, having hydration within the layering brings everything together so beautifully. I almost forgot fragrance. You guys know I love fragrance. And lately I started using this new Ellis Brooklyn fragrance, and this one is in Queen's Caramel, and it is so good. Like, it smells delicious. It's sweet, but it's like a subtle sweet, and I love that. It's very fall. There's like that caramel in there, but it's dainty. It's not like, oh, me duele la cabeza. Like, it's so nice. So this is great. Of course, we need a good fall fragrance for an everyday makeup beauty routine. Like, who wouldn't? So this se lo recomiendo. So this is the look that I would do, my everyday fall makeup routine. These are products that I've nonstop been using, products that just really work for me. And I truly think this is a perfect everyday makeup tutorial that doesn't take too much time, but is very effective and enhances your features in a very beautiful, effortless way that works for all different types of skin. You can skip some of these steps if they don't work for you, for your skin type, or you can use all the steps if they work perfectly for your skin type. So this is the full face of my everyday fall makeup routine. And let me know if you want to see any other types of makeup or beauty videos. Leave your suggestions down below. This one is the first one that came to mind because we are in the fall season, in the fall spirit. I actually also just did my affordable reset for fall video. It's a vlog style video, so I would love for you to watch that if you haven't done so already. I go through a bunch of fun little fall, you know, reset tips, whether it's decorating my apartment, whether it's makeup, whether it's clothing. So definitely watch that if you haven't done so or are in the mood to watch a little bit more of my content. Please go ahead and do that. But that this fall everyday makeup routine really helped you out if you are looking for some suggestions, recommendations. All these products here, bonitas, are products that I really recommend. So I hope that you love them, and I hope that these are some suggestions you can take in. Also, leave down below what your favorite fall everyday makeup products are so I can go ahead and check them out as well. Really appreciate it. So if you enjoyed watching this video, give it a big thumbs up. Let's me know to continue doing estos videos para mis bonitas. And I hope that you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. Adiós, bonitas.